Hello traders, welcome back to Simply Forex. In today's vid, I am going to reveal everything about my strategy. It's not like it's a big secret. I kind of reveal it every day, but I'm just going to take you through everything I look at, the intricacies of it, and everywhere from how I find entries with this top-down approach to the actual entry itself. So we're going to try and cover everything in this video. So strap in, let's do this. So first of all, you need to know what I'm looking at. Yeah. So on each chart, when I do my daily filter, I'm looking at these things, and I'll explain what my daily filter is shortly. So I look at market structure and trend. Yeah. I look at support and resistance levels. Yeah. I look at candlesticks. Yeah. I look at value. Yeah. And I look at the top-down approach. I look at weekly, daily, H4, H1. And these are the building blocks of any successful strategy, if you ask me. If you trade a moving average crossover and that's all you do, you don't know how to trade. You don't know how to read the markets. You need to understand these things in order to develop a consistent strategy. Yeah, these are the building blocks it should be built on. Okay, so we are going to go through what I do every day. So this is what I'm focusing on, these 5 things. But the first thing I do every morning is I wake up, I have my porridge with banana, excellent carbohydrates, and slowly released throughout the morning. You don't care about that. Yeah, and then I come down and look at my charts, right? And the first thing I look at is the day chart, okay? Because day is my direction. Yeah, if the daily chart is in an uptrend, I'm looking for longs. If it's in a downtrend, I'm looking for sells, simple shorts, simple as that. So my daily filter. So let's just do the euro pairs rather than go through 28 pairs. You'll be like, Christ, this is long. But euro, Aussie dollar. Okay, so I look at market structure. We're in an uptrend. Okay, we are. Tick. Okay, yeah. I like the uptrend. Yeah, we can tick this. I look at support and resistance levels. Yeah, we know this is a resistance level. Yeah. Do I want to buy into that? No. Yeah, so that's a cross. Do I want to buy a candlestick that looks like this? Yeah, look at the wick on it. No, I don't. Yeah. Is there value in the trade? Probably. What there is value, yeah, because we've got this room to move into. Okay. But support and resistance and candlesticks said no. But okay, we could say there is value. All right. And this top-down approach, to be honest with you guys, I do not need to go any further. All right. So just looking at this day chart, yeah, we was with, market structure said buys, but support and resistance levels didn't say buys. Yeah, getting a rejection. Candlestick didn't say to buy this. Yeah, got a candlestick rejection at resistance. Value, okay, there is some value here. And the top-down approach, right? So I have looked at euro Aussie dollar, and it is it is a no trade, guys. All right, simple as that for those reasons. Okay, now remember this, guys, because this is going to disappear. This is what I look at. All right, now we're going to go to euro Canadian dollar. Okay, structure in an uptrend. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Okay, so I want to buy it. Yeah, support and resistance. Okay, is there any resistance through here? Probably the next piece of, resistance is up here. So potentially we haven't quite hit that yet. Candlestick, big no-no. Yeah, and is there any value? Not really. Yeah, there's not enough room here. Yeah, there's probably not enough value in this trade. We're quite far away from the moving average 20. And if I pulled up the RSI, it's overbought. Euro CAD, no trade. Okay. Euro Swiss franc. Okay. Now, let's take a look at this. So trend. Okay. So we were in a downtrend and now we're in an uptrend. Okay. So tick. Yeah. Support and resistance. Well, we've broken through an area of resistance, which could now become support. Okay, so tick. Candlestick. Yeah, very bullish. Okay. Value is the only problem here. Okay, we're quite a way away from the moving average 20, but I still think good enough. Yeah, especially if we get a reaction in here. Okay, so Euro Swiss franc is potentially a trade. So then Euro Swiss franc ticks enough boxes, and I just write Euro Swiss franc on my little notebook that I use, guys. Yeah. And I put this Euro Swiss franc buys. I am allowed to buy this pair today. Okay. Okay. So that's the first one we've had. All the others have not ticked enough of the criteria. Okay. Next one. Let's look at Euro Yen. So this one, so daily is in an uptrend. Okay. So tick. We've broken resistance, tick. We had a bullish candle yesterday, tick. Value, I reckon there is some value in here. Okay, so tick. All right. So the only problem with Euro Yen is the weekly chart. So if I need to go to the weekly chart, I will. All right, but really, guys, I'm looking at the daily chart, and if I need to look at the weekly chart, I will. And with Euro Yen, I know I do, because I know that this level here is a weekly level. Euro Swiss franc, I didn't need to look at that because we wasn't at a weekly level, but I know Euro Yen were at a weekly level. And if this candle finished like this, yeah, then it wouldn't be a trade. Yeah, so this is closed back into this level. So Euro Yen, I would say I would need to wait for this weekly candle to finish, okay, to give me my guidance. So Euro Yen, no trade for that reason. Okay, let's look at Euro New Zealand. Let's go to the day chart. Okay, so again, guys, clearly in an uptrend, but we found ourselves in really a box of indecision. Okay, so what do I want to see? Really, I want to see a break to the upside because we're with daily trend. If we get that, I will continue buying. Okay, but at the moment, there's just too much indecision. Okay, there we've got buyers and sellers fighting it out. I do not want to be in that. Yeah, we need to move one way or the other. But bear in mind, I want to be with the daily trend. So I want to see a break to the upside. All right, so that's enough pairs to go through. So out of all of those pairs, really only Euro Swiss franc was a potential trade entry for today. Okay, and that's what I do with 28 currency pairs, guys. Yeah, I look at the day chart using market structure, support and resistance, candlesticks, and value. Yeah, if it ticks those boxes, I put it on my list to trade. And that's what I give to you in the analysis vid in the morning, guys. All right. And I will look at the weekly chart. Yeah, if I need to, like with Euro Yen, the weekly chart kept me out of that pair. Okay, but really, guys, the only trade we could potentially look at was Euro Swiss franc. And, if we did look at the weekly chart, it's not at any weekly level, really. Yeah, it was at a weekly level down here. There is a weekly level here. So potentially it could come up to this level. Okay, so Euro Swiss franc goes on to my list for the day. Then once I have my list, yeah, Euro, Swiss franc, maybe it says pound, US dollar, and the NASDAQ. Yeah, those will be my only 3 trades for that day. And they're the only 3 trades that I'm keeping an eye on. Yeah, I like it simple, guys. I don't want to look at a load of currency pairs. 3 pairs is enough for me. I'll keep an eye on them. I'll set up my alarms and I'll wait. All right. So that's the first part of my strategy and how I filter the trades. Now I've got my list, what do I do next? So a really good currency pair for this. I know this wasn't a trade idea, but I'm going to look at Euro Aussie dollar. Okay, I'm going to remove this and I'm going to go back to Friday because this gives us loads of different potential entries and will be a good example to do this. All right, so let's go back in time. Where are we? Okay, so I believe that is Friday. No, that's Monday. Okay, so let's go back one more. All right, so okay, so I've gone back in time, guys, because this is a really good example of what I look for. Let's remove all of these boxes, okay, because they haven't even formed yet. All right, so Monday morning comes round. This is Friday's candle, okay, and Monday morning comes round. I look at the 28 currency pairs, commodities, indices, as I normally do, and I look at Euro Aussie dollar. And it is telling me this. It's in an uptrend. Okay. So structurally, very good. Yeah, we like the structure. I then look for support and resistance. I know there's some resistance here, but we've got some room to move into. Okay, so that's okay. I look at the candlestick. We've had a nice bullish reaction, and here, obviously. And it's above the moving average 20. Yeah, I keep an eye on the moving average 20, as you know. So tick, yeah. So market structure, tick, support and resistance. Yeah, we've got room to move into. Tick, it's bouncing off this support. Candlestick makes sense. Tick, we've got value, as in we've got room to move into. And as of that candle closing, Euro US dollar, that is still, 70 pips to move into. All right, so tick, we've got some value. All right, if we look at the weekly chart, mind you, this might not have caught up. But yeah, okay, weekly chart, this would have been the actual week you would have seen. Okay, so we'd have had that weekly candle as well. All right, so weekly chart, in an uptrend, bullish candles, tick. Okay, so we know Euro Aussie dollar, let's go back to where we were, is a good trade. Okay, a good potential trade. Let me go back in time. Where were we? Let me just fast forward this, guys. Okay, so this is where we were. Yeah, so this was Friday's candle. All right, so I have a trade on my hands. Euro Aussie dollar goes on the list. I now need to look at the lower time frames to find entries. Okay, so let's do that. Let's go back. Let's go down to the H4 first of all. Okay, so we know we have this daily level here where price has been bouncing off, and it's also an important H4 level. We also have, this last H4 low. This could be interesting as well. Okay, so I'll put that gray zone in. This is what I give you every morning, guys. And that's really all I'm seeing on the H4, to be honest. Yeah, there's enough gray zones there. Okay, then I'm going to drop down to the H1. And I'm going to see if there are more gray zones. And there is this kind of gray zone through here, guys. Yeah. Yeah, because price has reacted historically. It's reacted here, 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 and here. Okay, so now my trade is set up. Okay, I have a plan. I suggest you have a plan. If we get a bullish reaction here, we could enter. If we get a bullish reaction here, we could enter. Okay, now let's play the H1 along. All right, and we're going to look at potentially different entries. Well, let's look at them now, actually. So we could have a bullish reaction in here, as you know, and I will look to enter, okay? Or price could retrace further, and we have a bullish reaction in here, and we could enter, okay? So let's play this along. Okay, so this gray zone hasn't really impacted this trade. Yeah, you can see that price has, we saw a few dojis, but then price just broke down. So, you know, this trade, this gray zone wasn't of interest. Now this gray zone becomes of interest, okay? So let's take a look and see what happens to this, all right? Okay, so we're down in the gray zone now. We've got a bullish reaction here in terms of the H1, all right? But let's see, what else am I looking for? So that is a bullish reaction. Is it bullish enough? Okay, maybe not. Let's take a look at the H4 at this point. Okay, but we're getting a reaction at that low. Okay, we've had a bullish, you know, not so bullish on the H4, but we've had a bullish reaction on the H1, but still not bullish enough for me. At this point, we could drop down to the M15 as well, see what's happening here. Okay, not much at the moment. All right, because sometimes, guys, also I look for an M15 structure break. Let's go back to the H1 and play it along. I don't think we really have a trade as yet. Okay, and then, all right, okay, quite a bearish candle. Okay, now, potentially, if I go back one candle, yeah, potentially here, again, it's bullish. Is it bullish enough? You know, a little subjective. Let's look at the H4. Okay, but what's really important here is that these lows aren't breaking. Yeah, these lows are holding, and we keep seeing buyers push this back up. Okay, so that's what we're seeing on the H4. This is everything I look at, guys. Yeah, as I'm thinking about a trade, it's come to my level. These are the things I'm looking at. H1, is that bullish enough? Now, at this point, you've got a couple of decisions, really. Okay, so we can see H1 structure, yeah, and really it's in a downtrend. So these are your options. You can trade it aggressively with this candle. Okay, you could. Yeah, it would be an aggressive trade, but you could. All right. If we look at the H4, okay, again, it would still be an aggressive entry, but you could. All right. But I like to wait for more confirmation. So you could have the confirmation as this. Yeah, we get a break of this high. Yeah, let's say we get a H1 candle pop through here. Yeah, and then we could start buying from here. Also, guys, what I look at sometimes is the M15. All right, and at the moment, the H1 high is the same as the M15 last high. Okay, but let's play this along a little bit. Okay, let's go back to the H1 and let's play this along. Okay, so, you know, we've had another bullish candle, but then all of a sudden, guys, this bearish candle would worry you. You know, it would, but we still haven't broke this level. So on the H1, we still haven't had a trade anyway. Okay, but again, if we drop down to the M15, there has been a structure break here. And this is actually what I entered on and put it in the VIP Discord. If we follow the M15, guys, yeah, we have clearly had a break. We've had a break of this high. So we're at a gray zone. You could trade the M15 break, you know, perhaps enter, you know, here and look to take price higher. Okay, that is an option. That's how I traded it. It was a little bit aggressive. Okay, but I'm in this trade. I put my buy here. I put my stop below here. Give it a little bit of room. Okay, so that's one option. Or we wait for the H1 to break. And this is everything that I'm looking at, guys. All right. And let's see what happens. Okay, bang. Yeah, we eventually get the H1 break. So the M15, well, let's focus on the H1. So you could enter here and put your stop below here. All right. And then to get 1:1, you pretty much have to come back up to here. So the H1, you know, is more conservative, as in, you know, look at that. Buyers are in complete control. But the M15, guys, has allowed me to get in, you know, roughly here instead of here. So this is the trade-off, guys. You can use a more aggressive entry in terms of an M15 structure break, or you can wait for a H1 structure break. But the trade-off is that you're going to get in at a better price with the M15 structure break, the more aggressive entry. But once I'm in here on the M15 and I see the H1 structure break as well, then I'm laughing. Yeah. This trade is already nicely in profit, okay? And, you know, we've had a H1 break as well, okay? And for both of them, my stop is still down here, all right? So this one, I'm only risking this, and with the H1 break, I'm risking this, all right? How does the H4 look like? It could be a H4 entry. There you go, bang. That is a H4 entry. Yeah, didn't break these lows. We got a nice bullish H4 candle. This is also an entry. Enter here, put your stop below here, look to take price higher. So you can see how there's many ways to take this trade. Yeah, I could do an M15 structure break. I could do a H1 structure break. This is not a H4 structure break, but this is a H4 entry because it's had a bullish reaction at an area of support. But this H4 is still in a downtrend currently. But it's not making lower lows, which is also what I look at. So you can see, guys, how firstly, I plot my gray zones because these are where price should react. And this is exactly where this did react. And then I'm looking for entries in terms of structure break. So it still goes back to what I first said. I'm still looking at market structure and trend. I'm looking at support and resistance, candlesticks, and value. Yeah, I'm still looking at the same things, just on different time frames. So, you know, if we looked at the H1, we could see, you know, market structure is in an uptrend. Tick. Yeah. It's bounced off support. Tick. Yeah. We've got a bullish candle. Tick. We have value. Yeah. Because we have lots of room to move into before the next piece of resistance here. Tick. Yeah. So it's the same things, guys. I'm just looking at different time frames. All right. And we have a trade. And then, as you know, guys, this was a very successful trade. And, you know, it came up quite nicely. And just another thing, as I'm in a trade, yeah, I'm looking to manage it. So I've discussed entries, yeah, whether you entered down here on the M15, you get in here, or whether you entered on the H1, okay? That's your decision if you want to be aggressive or a bit more conservative. And now once I'm in the trade, yeah, I'm looking to trail the stop loss. All right. First of all, I'm going to take profit once I get roughly 1:1 and I hit the next piece of resistance. And this was the piece of resistance, guys. All right. So in here, I closed 80%. Okay. It could be 70%, 60%, whatever you want, guys. All right. But I close 80% here. And I've made some nice money on this trade. Okay. And then the remaining 20%, I'm looking to take back up to this higher time frame area of resistance. Yeah, not rocket science. That makes sense to be a target. Yeah, this makes sense to be a target. This makes sense to be a target. This makes sense to take some profit. This makes sense to take some profit. Okay, and then all I do, guys, is this remaining 20%, I'm just going to trail it. Yeah. You know, it's even shown a new low here. I could trail it here. Okay. And then, you know, we just play the trade along. You know, and as we know, guys, it come up and it was a nice trade. And then I closed the final 20% here. And look at the reaction you get at resistance. Yeah. So that's how I'm trading and what I'm looking for. And pretty much everything, guys, that I'm looking at. I would also add to a trade. Okay. So if we go to the H4 now, let me go back in time. to roughly here. All right, let me go to the H4. So this area here was a bit of a, you know, a potential area of resistance. Yeah, but it wasn't. This H4 just sailed through that. So everything is telling me it's going to make it up to here. All right. Now, if we go down to the H1 at that point, yeah, we can say to ourselves, right, if I get a nice, because of that H4 candle, if I get a nice pullback to here, yeah, because this was the last area of potential resistance and now support, I'll take this higher. And as you know, guys, in the VIP, I literally missed this by a couple of pips. But if we play this along, yeah, so literally I was looking to get into this trade here and it reacted there. Okay, still slightly frustrated about this. But again, look, we had another bullish candle, yeah, and we could take price back up to here, yeah, or we just trade the retrace. That H4 candle, that is the catalyst. Regardless of what happens on the H1, that's the catalyst. It's broke that. So just by this bullish candle that breaks that, we know it's coming back up to here. All right. Now, if we go down to the H1, I don't need a bullish reaction. All I want to see is this H4 candle break, and I just want to see price come back to a level where I can hide behind this swing low here, or even here. Yeah, I can hide behind that. And as long as the trade makes sense from a risk to reward point of view, okay, this would be my risk, this would be my reward, then the trade is still good. You can just enter. Don't wait for a bullish reaction, okay, because the H4 was your bullish reaction. Yes, so you could have just entered there, take price up to there, okay, and we all know how this trade played out. So, you know, that's pretty much, guys, like I say, it's not rocket science. It's all based on those 5 things that I talk about: market structure, trend, support and resistance, candlesticks, and value. It's all based on that. Every time frame that I look at is based on that. All right. And that's how I trade, guys. That is my strategy. Yeah. Yeah. And you know, the daily is my guiding light. So yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else we need to add, but not really, guys. That is everything that I'm looking at. If I want to buy, I need reasons to buy. If I want to sell, I need reasons to sell. And these structure breaks, bullish candles, etc., give me that. All right. So you need good reasons to enter a trade. All right. As long as you have enough good reasons based on the things I keep prattling on about, then chances are you will have a successful trade and you will get some consistency in your trading. All right. Obviously, there's other factors, you know, risk management and psychology, you know, but just from a technical point of view, that's everything I look at, guys. All right. So I hope that helps. Any questions, please ask. Yeah, and if you've enjoyed my strategy, then please subscribe to the channel, guys. Subscribe right now. Smash the notification button so you receive an alert every time I post a vid. And also, everyone, please smash the like button. All right, guys, so there you go. Tom's strategy. Hope you enjoyed it. Happy trading. See you next time, guys.